They say timing is everything in love. But what happens when love comes too late? This is the story of Ben Carter and Emily Walker. It starts in a small town called Ashfield in upstate New York. Ben met Emily when they were both just 17. It was the summer of 1998. They worked part-time at the same bookstore downtown. Ben was the quiet type. Kind, always helpful, a bit shy. Emily was the kind of girl who lit up a room when she walked in. Smart, funny, brave. They bonded over late shifts, shared coffee breaks, and their love for classic novels. By fall, they were inseparable. Ben fell in love with Emily deeply, silently, but he never told her. He was afraid of losing the friendship, afraid she wouldn't feel the same. So instead, he wrote her a letter, a love letter, one he never gave her. After high school, life happened, like it always does. Emily got into a university in Boston, chasing her dream to become a journalist. Ben stayed in Ashfield to take care of his sick father and helped run the family hardware store. They promised to keep in touch, and they did for a while. Phone calls turned into texts, texts turned into likes on Facebook, until eventually there was nothing. Emily moved on. She got married, had a son, built a life in Chicago. Ben stayed in Ashfield, quiet, steady, always wondering what could have been. And that letter, it stayed hidden, tucked between pages of an old Hemingway book in a box in his attic. 25 years later, in the spring of 2023, Emily came back to Ashfield for her high school reunion. Ben saw her for the first time in decades. She looked different, older, wiser, but still Emily. They talked that night, laughed, caught up, shared stories about kids, jobs, broken hearts, and dreams left behind. It was beautiful, and it hurt. Before leaving, Emily hugged Ben and said, "I used to have the biggest crush on you, Ben, but I always thought you saw me as just a friend." Ben smiled, didn't say anything, and she left. 2 months later, Ben decided to finally clean out the attic. That's when he found the box, the Hemingway book, and the letter, sealed, untouched. He opened it. His own words, frozen in time, stared back at him. "Dear Emily, I don't know if I'll ever have the courage to say this out loud, but I love you. I've loved you since the day we argued about Steinbeck in the stockroom. You make everything brighter. You make me better. And if there's even a chance you feel the same, I hope someday you'll know. Love always." Ben sat alone in the attic, tears falling onto the yellowed paper. She had felt the same, but the moment was gone. Forever. Love is never guaranteed to wait for the perfect time. Sometimes it passes us by quietly, without ever knocking twice. And sometimes the saddest stories are the ones that could have been something beautiful.
In a gale when a small town silence grows, I wrote your name in the falling snow. We were young, the world was wide, but I kept my heart locked deep inside. You laughed in ways the stars would dance. I had my shot, I missed my chance. Too scared to fall, too shy to speak, so I wrote it down, but never let you peek. And now I'm holding the words I should have said, a love letter found too late instead. You walked away and I stayed behind with a heart full of words you'll never If only time could turn around, but love was lost, never found. You said you felt the same back then, but life moved on, we were just friends. I watched you leave with teary eyes, still smiling through my sad disguise. Years went by, I stayed the same, with echoes whispering your name. Now I read this page alone, a faded truth I should have shown. And now I'm holding the words I should have said, a love letter found too late instead. You walked away and I stayed behind, with a heart full of words you'll never find. If only time could turn around, but love was lost, never found. I see your face, the same back then, but life moved on, we were just friends. I watched you leave with teary eyes, still smiling through my sad disguise. Years went by, I stayed the same, with echoes whispering your name. Now I read this page alone, a faded truth I should have shown. And now I'm holding the words I should have said, a love letter found too late instead. You lived your life and I lived mine, but you were the line I left unsigned. If only time could turn around, but love was lost, never found.
This is Love Radio, where hearts begin to speak, where memories and moments are everything we seek. From joy to tears, from